So a little tent introduction just for those growing in tents, trying to grow in tents, wanting to set up a tent. This might be an easier way. I think I'm going to do it in a couple stages because I haven't set up my podcast camera yet. That's going to be more towards the end when it's finished. So what you do is you fold your tent out. They don't tell you this in the beginning when you're doing your tents. All your poles are labeled and marked. Kind of separate them out, follow the instructions. So I find the bottom of the tent and I put the pieces where they need to go first. And I'm gonna build the bottom of the tent first, guys. And then I'll start stacking up and then I'll fold it over and I'll show you guys a little more of the processes a little later. It's just about being organized at this point and not pulling and tugging. Because you can get a decent, cheaper grow tent. And I see a lot of people complain about rips and tears. Well, any type of material is gonna rip and tear if you're not putting it together right. If you're tugging it and it's too tight and it's not supposed to be there. I always built the frames first. This is like my 6th tent that I have. Always built the frames first and then struggled pulling everything over it. So now we're gonna build the frame and the tent at the same time. Guys, let's see how this works. All right, as we're mending these videos together. So this is the first stage, guys. Look, I put the first bottom part in. Tent's already standing up how it's supposed to be. Note, one thing you want to do, and this is what I did, this last piece over here, you don't want to shove it in first. You want to have this piece folded out and down. Here, let me show you guys what I did. Okay, so I had it like this when I finished the last rail. Okay, and this is when you get stuck, people. This is what I'm trying to say. This is when you try to force it in. As I'm like trying to force it in, look, it just dropped right in there, right? Now you can set this up, and that's the first stage already. So the ground's already done. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the poles that go there in, and then I'm gonna put the bottom pan that goes in there. And I just find it a lot easier to do it at this stage than finishing up and trying to go around the tent. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and then I'll show you. So as you can see, I have the other poles set up now. It's a very simple system, guys. A lot of people just make it too hard on themselves. Anyway, so I've got the mat down now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up the Velcro to the sides and fold it out as I go, and then make sure it's even, and then I'll start the next stage, but I'll show you this when I put the tray in. So as simple as that, that part's put in. Now we're gonna go to next 2 stages, build the top, then put it all together. So this part can be a little tricky. As you can see, those ones, they bend out, right? Because they have no support right now. So you're gonna take your time, just put the other poles up for now, lean those ones to the side, and then what you wanna do is grab your top pieces to make the corner. This is very important to go one at a time, guys, because you see that little notch right there? If you get the thing set up the wrong way, then you're gonna have to move it anyway. So try to just set it in to the way that you know it's gonna be, and then you start connecting your tops together. Connect this one, and then you put this pole and that pole. That way it can hold it up and it's not so flimsy, because this is gonna be a challenge to get the tent over. I'm probably gonna flip it to the side, we'll see, and then flip it back over. We'll see how that runs. All right, to the next stage. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like now. It's just a box frame, guys. It's really, really simple. This is probably the easiest part you're gonna have to do right here. So my thinking is that I'm gonna take this and flip it onto that side. Unfortunately, my box will get a little dirty on the outside, but you know what? It'll look like that in a year anyway. I don't even know if that one's a year old. Jeez. Okay, so yeah, next process. Let's see if I lose the mat in this process by flipping it, but they're all tied down to the sides. I think it's a little easier doing it that way. Could be wrong. All right, let's see the next stage. All right, so this looks like it's going to be the easiest way. So I toppled her on the side, and now I'm just gonna put the top on, whoop, and go around the sides with it. Only problem is these cheaper tents, these poles, they don't lock in really good, so they can come out really easy, so be careful with that. Now when I get the top part on, it's gonna kind of lock these pieces in because it holds it together. That's kind of what holds the tent together, guys. I mean, holds the frame together is this outside box. So, all right. So put the top on and wrap around now. All right. All right. Look at that. One shot, no struggle. Bro, that was so easy. So much easier. So guys, roll it on its side, put the bottom on the first, lay your tent out, build it up, roll it to its side, put the top on, then flap the sides over. All right, that was easy. Showing my dirty ass carpet. All right guys, so I said this was easy. I didn't realize how much easier it is to do this than every other way that I set up the tent. Look, boom, ha. That's all I did is I pulled it up, zipped, pulled the pieces over the top, I'll zip there, and I'll zip there, and then we're done, guys. That's it. Well, I still got to turn it back over. I'm not making a swimming pool or a jacuzzi, right? It did get a little dirty from being on the ground, but I'll wipe it out. No big deal. Yeah, baby, look at that. Just to show you what it looks like on the ends over here. See, it's open still yet. Boom, boom. That's what it do. That's what it do. All right, guys. I'll do a finish when the tent's up, and then we'll do some other videos, some pH, constant pH meters, a doser, I guess it's called, automatic doser, auto watering buckets, Titan light controls, the Green Rooster with the, the DMX controller, I guess it's called. I forget what it's called, but with a lighting controller. So it's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming up. It's winter now, becoming winter. I'm going to start running my ceramic bulbs. So yeah, look for everything coming up, guys. We'll do some giveaways, do some shirts, some seeds. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, you guys, it's been about 30 minutes, maybe. I don't know. I've still been dilly-dallying and doing other shit while I was putting it up and making a video. But here is the tent. Here is the tent. Here's where it's gonna go. That one's coming out. Gonna set everything up on the wall there. That's just temporary right now. That's the only cord running. This cord is running the other tent right now. It's just the fan, the light, and the exhaust. So yeah, this is the stage we're at. Yay! Can't wait to get the buckets in there, get everything set up. The germination station is getting ready. The moon is just starting to get the full moon now, so I can start germinating some seeds anytime now. So yeah, exciting stuff coming up. Oh, just in case you didn't know, there's my fin. Hello, Snicko. Funny if he just bit me right now, right in front of you guys. Hi, Finn. I think he's been waiting for his playtime though. He's been looking at me. Banana, enchi, pastel, ball python. Alright guys, snakes and weed.